Hey everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want to hop on, talk just a few minutes. So I hope that some of you can join me. I hope that your day is going well. Many people are working, they're working from home. Others are just home and they're homeschooling and caretaking in some situations. So hop on, come on and join me on live. I wanted to take a few minutes and encourage you today. And listen, I hope that you're remembering to pass the peace. So many of you were with me last Sunday as I taught along those lines, and I'm glad that you were. Thank you for sharing out the video that we did, and thank you for being those that continue to go forth and pass the peace. I believe that we again can make such strides in dealing with so much of the chaos that we're seeing go on with us today. So I am not going to delay the moment at all. I just wanted to say this to you. You were born for this. You were born for this. I was born for this. While we didn't know about this day, no man, no woman knew, God knew. And before we were even in our mother's womb, He decided that we would be born, and He knew that we would be the ones this very day and this very time, and that we would be the ones living to walk through the situations of which there are many that we are challenged with in our society today. So guess what? You were born for this. Lady Sharon, good afternoon. I see you online. Guess what? You were born for this. I was born for this. So be encouraged. Do not live in fear. Use your wisdom. Use godly wisdom as you walk each and every step of the way, each and every day, as you encounter what some people are calling the new norm. And we don't know that this is going to be like this always, of course. We're just all taking it one day at a time. But again, we encouraged, and you can be encouraged knowing that you were born for this. So I don't know if you've noticed, I'm sure that you have though, so much creativity emerging at this time, so much love and compassion, and even some laughter, which is a great, great thing. And I'm just loving seeing that emerge in our world as a whole, especially the piece around compassion. I think that's so needed. In retrospect, I'm just reminded of some things that surfaced even as our current political regime came into being. We saw some things emerge. We saw some things that we discovered that were in the hearts and on the minds of man and woman that were not pleasant. They were not things of love. They were not things of God, but there was so much hatred and so much anger that surfaced during that time. However, compassion and creativity and love and simple acts is what I'm seeing come forth. And that is just a blessing, because right now everybody's stretched. Everybody is. But guess what? That's okay. Why? Because you were born for this. And I was born for this. All born for this very moment. And so what does that mean when I say we were born for it? It means that we are equipped. It means that we have what we need already on the inside of us to love, to embrace, to make happen what needs to make happen. It means that if we dig deep, we already have that wisdom on the inside of us. Minister Rose, you're a wise woman of God. You already have what you need. You have what you need to share with your family and friends. The peace that you need to pass on, it's already inside of you. Why? Because you were born for this. Because God knew that you'd be living in this very moment. He knew that I would be here. He knew that all of us, even that are joining in on the line now, He knew that we would be connected. And He knew that we were the ones that were able, and the ones that He could speak with, and the ones that would seek Him, and the ones that would be well equipped, and the ones that would be willing to equip each other's just to walk through this time. Hey, Kimberly, God bless you. And so, Kimberly, you You were born for this. You were born for this moment. I was born for this moment. And so, with all that we have on the inside of us, with every challenge that arises from one day to the next, we're not sure what it is. Like most of you, we kind of get up in the morning and we're interested to try to see what happened the night before. I just want to let you know that you're already ready. You're already there. This spirit of creativity that I feel has been released in the atmosphere to even oppose the spirit of fear and chaos that was trying to go on. It's phenomenal. I looked at a young man's nonprofit the other day. He has invented a portable sink for the homeless to actually wash their hands. And I don't know about you. I felt so bad not even thinking that as we're talking about something as simple as washing our hands, that there are those out there that don't even have a sink that they can approach to wash their hands in, because people even look at them funny when they enter certain establishments just to go into the restrooms. So it's so much that we take for granted each and every day. But now is the time to really allow the creativity to come forward. It's also time for us to support where we can those that are getting out into the community, taking part in these different areas, just to spread the love, to pass the peace, and to spread the compassion. So I am just so excited for it. Hey, Johnny May, good morning. Good afternoon, to you. And I'm just sharing with everyone now and reaffirming that, listen, you were born for this. You were born for this day and this time and this hour. And the God lives on the inside of you, lives on the inside of me. And we all really have what it takes to continue to walk through. Now, one of the last things I want to say, and I want to say this because the Lord spoke this to me this morning, and it's just somewhat of a warning, just something for us to be aware of. Now, we all know, we've all dealt with this. I have, and I'm sure everybody else on the line. Embracing technology is wonderful, but we've seen how technology, even being on our phones and things, it can be so addictive. Before we know it, we're spending time walking around constantly with the phone in our hand. We're constantly scrolling on Facebook, other social media platforms, just to see what's going on. And we have it more in our hands, and we are more on than we are off. And I believe I heard the Lord say very clearly, be careful about that in this time. While many of us are stepping into that realm in a greater way, others of us who really never cared too much for technology, we're picking it up now because it is a way of staying connected, and it absolutely is. But what he began to show me even greater is that within homes, where people now are within homes and many quarantined with their own families, they are still becoming attached and even the more to technology. So what do I mean? I mean that we have to watch our screen time. We have to watch and be sure that we're not sitting up all looking at TV, but all on a phone, or everybody's not gone to their own corner all the time, just in and looking and on with technology. We have to be careful of it as adults, and you have to be careful of it with your children. It's a great time to teach that technology is a tool, but we are meant to control that tool. That tool is not meant to control us. So I am, just cracking down on self, watching self. I'm going to encourage you to do the same. I sense that in this time, while there are many amazing things going on, it's also a time for some other things to creep in that simply are not of God and would work against his purposes. And so, some things have that dual role. Too much of anything is not good for us. So technology is amazing. Church, we need to be embracing it like never before. So many churches are going to be online. Sunday is going to be amazing. Our church is going to be online Sunday, so y'all look for our flyer as well. I'm really, really excited about it. But at the same time, there has to be limits around that. There has to be boundaries around there. And this really is a time for us, some of us, to really reconnect with families, reconnect. Guess what? You don't just have to text. pick up that phone and call. I'm always one to say I like a little extra time just to sit down and make some phone calls and just touch bases with a few people. Well, guess what? I have it now. And I think we're going to find that people are going to really reconnect even through spoken voice again as in a different way than we were via text message. I see a potential for all of that, and I do see it happening already. So I want to just kind of put a reminder out to you on that as well. Something the Lord really spoke to my heart this morning while in prayer. So that's it for me today. Listen, continue to pass the peace. Continue to pass the peace. Don't let anybody sit up in your presence, and be fearful and be chaotic. And there are really, again, some that really have some health conditions. And so we really need to pass the peace on to them. Help them be wise. Get out if we need to run errands, do groceries, things like that for them. We need to stretch. We need to make that happen. But we need to also be sure that they're in a peaceful place. We need to be praying with them, ministering to them in any way that we can. So you all were born for this moment. Never forget that. Never forget that God knew. He knew you all would be here, Rose and Johnny and Kim and all of you that are online. He knew that I would be here, and we are ready and we are equipped for this moment. This is Pastor Victoria with the Ark International Ministries in Riverdale, Georgia. I hope that all of you all have a good day. Listen, look for my flyer. I'll be putting it out later today because we're going to be online Sunday with everybody else, and we're looking forward to just infiltrating the airways to the glory of God, just blessing the name of Jesus. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.